Hey everybody, Temple Crazed here. Today is November 2nd, 2023. Wow, the year is almost over. Holy cow. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Alright, so what we got here is we got some Beefalo nickels that don't have dates. So I thought, well, why don't we try to give them some dates here? That seems like a reasonable ask, right? Alright, well, and then I thought, why don't we put them under the microscope so we can see what's happening, that reaction happening maybe, huh? So, here we are. So we're going to be trying to, that's a little bit much. I said this before, this dropper is not good for this. But anyway, we're going to try to restore some dates on these Buffalo nickels. So I guess I'll just sit here and watch this and we'll see what happens here. Now, of course, some of them we may not be able to get a date off of. So, that's just how it is. Some of them you can, some you can't. I did a test one here a little bit ago. It came back as a 1924. So, ooh, look at that. I see a date popping through. Let me just move this off and get the acid off of it. There we go. We had a mark going through it, but that is a 1915, which in G4 condition, Redbook's calling that at $7. $7 in G4. I don't know if we have a reverse. Looks a lot nicer, that's for sure. No mint mark. If it would have had a D or an S mint mark, we would have had it would have been a lot worth a lot more money. But there we go. We just restored another one. And I've been watching, Flea Bay and a couple other places, and tell you these restored Buffalo nickels, they do sell. People use them, I guess, in their books where they maybe need just need something to fill a gap, or or if they're like a variety, I mean, people buy those too. So there is some value here from doing this. Just trying to clean up the little spout here on the bottle a little bit. Maybe that'll help, huh? Let's see, we got some stuff coming through, it looks like, and I don't know how many of these we're going to do. Um, I got a couple here that I know are have that I know for sure have mint marks. We'll probably take a look at those. Knowing exactly when to pull it, though, I personally think this is the best way. Is under the scope, we can see what's happening right there live, and then we pull it. When we start to see that date coming through, and I mean we can always put a little bit more back on if we have to. I mean nothing says that we can't. All right, so that's a 17. Um, yeah, 1917. I mean, it's plain as day. I can see it plain as day. You should be able to see it plain as day. I mean, obviously it's a little washed out looking, but it's there. and a 17 Red Book lists at $8 and a G4. And so what I look at for these restored dates is I would say half the price of a G4 is what I usually would look at for pricing. So just to give you an example, let's see. Let's look at the reverse of this first. All right. Well, this one already has a partial date. Looks like maybe a 25. But let's see if we can bring up the rest. This should come up really nice, being that it's already got a partial there. And I'm going to be not always talking during this because I'm also concentrating on what's going on. I think we actually have a 23, it looks like. Looks like a 1923. I think that's a more common date. See, that one was nice and quick because we already had that partial there. But yeah, I mean that date looks really nice. If I get a kind of put a shadow in there, wonder if maybe if I get rid of this light completely. There we go. That actually helps quite a bit. So yeah, that's a 23. I think, like I say, I think that's a more common date though. I mean, 35.7 million minted. G4 is $2. I mean, yeah, it'd be like a buck. We're also kind of looking for varieties while we're doing this because you never know. I mean, could have a 3 leg or 3.5 leg here. Um, Also, these have been known to have dye deterioration, where this feather right here, sorry, this feather right, get in the frame, right here is missing, and then they call it a two feather. So we're always looking for those things too. All right, here we go. Next one down. I think I'm gonna kind of clean the spout off each time I do this. That way I don't get any like over drips anywhere I don't want them. It's really cool though seeing that date come back through. I mean, just it's almost like magic, huh? I mean, you literally right there in front of your eyes are seeing the date restore. Obviously, it does leave a like an acid etch. I mean, that's literally what it's doing. But you don't want to go any further than you have to, right? So there we go. We got another 17. And as we said before, the 17 is about $8 and a G4. So we're looking at like $4. Because I know 17s or teens in general are a little bit um, get you a little bit more money. Okay, so that definitely looks like a 5. So we definitely have. I mean, we're gonna have like a 25 or a 35, I think. Guessing probably a 25. Oh yeah, that one's quick. That one's nice and quick. I mean, there was already a date there, obviously, so I mean we could already see part of it. So there you go, 1925. And like I say, you don't want to go any further than what you actually need to. I mean, we didn't need to go any further than that to see the date. So at that point, we just want to pull it out of there and move forward. All right, so I like to start on. I'm going to start on the reverse here again because I just want to always want to look and see if we have a mint mark. So this one here, I mean, we're gonna do the restore, but this one here is just gonna be with those big scratches, just a call. This is actually harder for me to do than what you would think because I have my scope is like pushed away from me a ways to get for the wires to all hook up and everything. And so I'm trying to look through the scope itself while putting this stuff down and trying to get everything lined up is not so much fun. What do we got? Like 18 maybe? Let's pull it out, clean it up. And usually you want some water with you, but my basement, I mean, I do have water. I mean, we have a washing machine, but we don't have a bathroom or anything down here, so. That one's tough. Could be a 19. Yeah, I think that's a 1919, but like I say, with that big scratch, I mean, doesn't really matter what it is. Alright, no mint mark. Alright. Let's get in there and see what we can get. Again, I don't like the dropper on this thing. I think that it's way too big. Is that a 16 maybe? Could be an 18, I suppose. I don't know. Let's find out. Well, that's definitely a 16. Definitely a 16. So 6.5 and a G4. So I don't know. We're probably at like $3. Of course, if I run these things in my auction, I'll just probably buck and go all of them. Unless we get, like I say, a variety or something really, really special. If we find like an 18 Denver that's the 8/7 or 16 double die or 14 4/3 or something along those lines, then we'll do something a little different then. All right, here we go. Of course, the first year of the Buffalo nickel, as you should know by now, is a 1913. There was two varieties in 1913. There was the variety 1 and a variety 2. And the variety 1 did not have the mound on the reverse, and what they found really quickly was that where it says 5 cents at the bottom, that was actually literally just wearing away almost immediately, very quickly. So that's when they changed it to the type 2 reverse, which is the more common type like this, where there's a mound across the top there. The other one didn't have that, so it would just wear right off of where it said 5 cent right away. Alright, that's definitely a 1918. But it's not a Denver we saw, so it's just the straight 18. Again, $6 in a G4, so there you go. We're doing pretty good. I know I did test one earlier today, and I could not get a date out of it at all. So there are some that are just so far gone. It almost looks like there might be a mint mark there. Let me look at. Oops. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. It's tough to tell. Well, we can always nicodate it, and see if there is one. If it's a better year anyway. Yeah, so there's these little for watch repair. There's these little, they're like little metal, um, I don't know, very tiny, small, almost like needles that you use for putting the oils and all that lubricants on watches and stuff. And I keep forgetting to grab mine and bring them to the basement here so that I can use them because then I could just dip just a little bit on the end of it, put it on, and then put it on right where I want it very easily. Because I just put a little bit of this stuff, the Nicodate, into a little container. I have some little ceramic containers, so it wouldn't hurt them. It looks like a 1921. Yeah, for oiling, they call it grease, but it's really really thin stuff for watches. It's more of like a light oil. That's a 1921. So if it's just a 21, we're at $5. I'm gonna just put one little drop here on the reverse, right between 5 and cents there. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a mint mark, but it was kind of hard to see, so it is a mint mark. I'm pretty sure. Um, well, maybe not. I was thinking it looked like a mint mark, but maybe not. Probably just my eyes playing tricks on me. I mean, it is, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I've been down here for quite a while already. No, I'm not seeing it now. Oh, darn. Because the 21S is like $75 in a G4. That's why I was doing that. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? I don't see a mint mark there. Let's see if we can restore another date. Like I say, we're gonna probably hit some of these that we're not gonna be able to restore. I've I was like I say, I was testing earlier and found a couple that you could not get the dates to come up on them at all. They were just too far worn. And again, this stuff contains ferric chloride in it, which is a type of acid, and so we're literally eating away at part of the at the nickel here to reveal the date. Kind of similar to what the forensics would do to remove or to bring up the date on like a gun that has had the serial number filed off. Very similar process. Just trying to drop some more knowledge. Always dropping the knowledge. You just gotta always keep learning, right? If you ever stop learning, well, then you might as well just hang up your boots, wander out into the backyard, and be done, you know? Might as well, because you always want to keep learning. So that's a 25, definitely at 1925. I just kind of stopped it because I could start seeing the 5 coming through, but maybe there is a D there between F and C? Maybe? Let's see. Or E and C, I should say. Mm. I mean, 1925s, I think are pretty much not a lot. Yeah, $3 in a G4, so definitely aren't worth a whole lot, you know. Yeah, there's nothing there. All right, let's see. On to the next. Oof. This one's definitely seen better days. See how I got drops everywhere? That's this, like I say, this dropper end. It just the hole is just a little too big, I think. But we're getting a date. 1915. Definitely seen that date come up. It's got a scratch through it, but it's definitely there. Should we try the back? I think we should try the back and just see if the reverse has a mint mark on it. See how big of a drop that let out? I mean, that was just one little, like just tapping it basically, but it kind of looks like there might be a D there. And if there is, that's like $27 for a 15 Denver. Let me move this and see if we can't take a look here. Oh yeah, there's a mint mark coming through. There is a mint mark coming through there. Let's let's see if we can't just a little bit more. Just a little bit. You know, I have some Q-tips here. Maybe I can kind of clean up some of that so it doesn't spread out so bad. Kind of soak up a little bit of that. But there is definitely a Denver there. Definitely got a Denver mint mark on that one. It's in rough shape. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But there it is, right there. There's a Denver mint mark there. And like I said, a 15 Denver, yeah, 7.5 million minted a G4. We're at $27. So I mean, I'd probably be looking at maybe see if I could get like $8 to $12 for that. All right, let's see. Let's try a really, really bad one. See what happens. So let's see. Let's look at the reverse first. I mean, Look at that, how bad it's worn down. And there's like, I mean, Liberty's pretty much gone. So let's see what this might take, if we can even get anything. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can get, if anything, here. Hmm. I don't see anything coming through yet. I mean, I'm seeing something, but it's just, it's not good. Like I say, some of these just can't be restored. I mean, I think I see 1915, but I don't know. Let's just peel it up with this real quick. I don't know. I mean, it looks like something might be starting to show up. $1913 maybe? We'll let it sit there for a little bit longer here. I'm gonna take some drinks of water and then I'll be right back. Alright, well, let's pull this up again. It's really tough. I think I see 13. I think that's what I'm seeing here. But that's really rough. Could be 15, 13. I mean, I know it's not a type 1. Could be a type 2 reverse or a variety 2 reverse if it is a 13, but that's tough. I don't know. I don't I don't think we're going to get much more out of that one. Here's another one that's going to be, I don't know if we'll get anything or not, but let's give it a try. And right away, it looks like we might get something. We might get something there. Sorry, had to pause it for a minute. My wife got up to go for work or whatever, so. Alright, looks like we got a 25. Definitely a 1925. Um, I don't think there's going to be a mint mark there. I don't see anything that would indicate that there was a mint mark. Hmm. So again, just the 25. What did we say before? Yeah, $3. You know, I mean, I guess to me it's worth more now than it was before because before I didn't even know what it was, right? See, now that definitely doesn't have a mint mark. That reverse, you can definitely tell doesn't. But that reverse, you have no idea what the date is. So, I mean, that's what a lot of people say too is, without a date, you don't, it's not really worth anything. So, using this, I'm trying to use the smallest amount possible each time here so we can just pull the date, not damage anything else on the coin. So that's why I'm saying even like maybe a toothpick, put the drops down on might be even better than using the bottle itself. Looks like we got a 1919. I'm just gonna do a little bit more here. That's why I didn't pull it off. I just used the Q-tip here to kind of clean it up a little bit so I could put some fresh stuff on. Alright. Definitely a 1919. Let's see, this video is about 30 minutes long already. I don't know how much more we're gonna do. I know I got 40 of these, but I'll probably just do a bunch of them myself off camera. You get the idea, though. It's kind of fun seeing these dates just like almost like they appear out of nowhere, right? It's 1917, pretty sure. 17, $8. Oh yeah, that's definitely a 17. Again, if we had mint marks on these, we'd be a lot better off. But man, that one restored up real nice. But again, there's no mint mark back there. You know what? I'm gonna try and see if there is a mint here or not. I don't know if there is. There's damage is what it is. Pretty bad, severe damage. So I'm not seeing anything coming through. No, it doesn't look like anything's gonna pop up through that. Yeah, I mean we restored the bottom of, you know, the E and S and E and N. So if there was a min mark, I think we would have found her. Way too much. Try to put a little bit on and poof, you get lots. Sorry about that. If you hear popping noise, that's when I mute my microphone. I don't know if it comes through on the video or not. What do we got here? 25, 26, somewhere in there, looks like. Probably a 26, I think, looks like. Yeah, 1926. Buck 25 and G4, so, you know, you know, worth nothing basically. Oh, well, it's fun, right? We're doing science experiments. Also, you should probably be wearing gloves. I don't have any down here right now. I forgot them. Didn't feel like going back upstairs. I mean, it is a type of acid, so, you know. Well, that date came up quick, didn't it? Hmm, that's definitely a 1918. I mean, there was no doubt about that, huh? 1918. You know, if it was the 8 over 7, we'd be really in the money, but it's going to be really tough to tell if that is. I don't think it is because if it was, we'd have um, right above the 8, there'd be a straight, real straight line. Like basically the top of the 8 would be flat. And we don't have that, so it's just a regular 18. So, $6 in a G4. You know, we're not gonna argue with that, right? Let's see here. I don't see anything that looks like it would be a mint mark. We're getting pretty good at this, though, aren't we? I'm gonna be off camera for a minute here. Alright, sorry about that. Looks like maybe another 1918, though. Yeah, pretty rough to see the date on that one, but we got it. We got it. 1918. And of course, I mean, it still looks like a rounded top. I wouldn't say that that's a 8 over 7. I mean, if it is, just gonna put that out there. If we do find that 8 over 7 in a G4, we're at $800. All right, that's why we're looking for that. And this is, to be honest, I mean, this is one of the best ways I think there is to look for those errors and stuff, those big varieties, because uh, most people are just gonna ignore a restored date nickel. Most people aren't gonna care about that. Well, gee, we got that date to pop real quick, huh? Sure looks like a 1927 to me. Pretty sure that's a commoner date. Yeah. Just giving it a second, see if. Just want to make sure we get a good. I mean, when it pops that quick, I just want to give it a second just to make sure we get a good relief. And we definitely did. Look at that. Look at that. 1927. That's a really good one there. Okay, so, I thought about it a little bit here. I know we're 40 minutes in or whatever, but I think we're just going to keep going. I'm having fun. I was going to do it off camera, but I think I'm just going to keep going. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun doing it. It's cool seeing all the dates suddenly pop up. So let's just keep moving forward. Let's keep going. And this can be done. I mean, buffalo nickels are probably the most common one that you need to do would need to do date restoring on. But I have done this on shield nickels before. So I mean, it doesn't just have to be a buffalo nickel. Shield nickels will, you can do date restoring on them too. Um, you wouldn't have to do it on a more modern nickel because once the Jefferson nickels took over, they fixed the issue really. I don't know that we're going to see a date on this one here. I mean, that etched pretty deep. I mean, I see something coming in there. but I think that's going to be another one of them ones we just can't get the date off of. Yeah, it happens, you know. You win some, lose some, don't matter. We're having fun, right? Okay, let's see if we can get a date off this one. And I did kind of put these into piles where I thought maybe we could get dates and where we couldn't. Some of them have surprised me that we've been able to get dates. Like this one, I can see a date coming. I didn't think we'd be able to get one. What do we got? Is that a 17? Is that another 1917? Sure looks like it, huh? Sure looks like it. Heck yeah, it is. Heck yeah, it is. All right. We got another 1917. Yep. Now, I don't see a mint mark at all, but I'm gonna I just want to give it a chance to see if anything pops up. Because we do have some pretty good wear there, where the mint mark would be. They put the mint mark in really the dumbest place on these things, almost on the rim. And the only reason I want to see if I can find that mint mark is in a Denver we'd be at 25 in a G4, and in the San Francisco would be at 30 in a G4. So you know if we can get a mint mark, we'd be doing really well. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But it's still a 17, still a teen. So that's a good thing. Alright, let's see what we got here. Not gonna have a mint mark on that one. Gotta clean the tip of this thing again, but looks like we already got numbers are popping out already for us. Those numbers are already starting to pop. What do we got? Got a 16 here, I think. Sure looks like it, huh? Sure looks like it. Yep, 1916. Again, um, there is a double die Avers 16, but I don't know that we'd ever be able to tell if this is one. Um, I don't think we'd ever be able to tell if this is actually the double die Avers. And besides, I mean, in a G4, that's a $5,000 coin. It says here that MS64 sold at Stacks and Bauer November 7th, or November of 2007, I should say, for $316,000. So I would say that it's not a real common one to come up with, okay? Let me grab another little towel here that I've been using to clean these coins because the other one was starting to dry out. Little wipes that I'm using. Plus it was getting kind of gnarly looking. Alright, next one. Definitely no date. Barely can read Lincoln or Liberty. I would say that's no mint mark though. I don't have a shield nickel here right now with no date. I should get one though, because I'd like to show you that how well that actually does work. Maybe I'll look around and see if I can find a shield nickel uh, locally or something that I could show how that works on. Just a quick short or something on it, because it really does work remarkably well. What do we got here? A 14, huh? That's the oldest one we've had so far, right? I mean, in a G4, we're at 20 bucks on a 14. So, you know, that's we're doing good on that one, huh? Yeah, that's definitely a 14. I don't think that we're going to be able to tell because there is a 4 over 3. I don't think we'd be able to tell. I don't think it is one, but um, it is 1914, which is a better date. So, didn't know that and right up until we tried it, so I think we're doing all right here. I think we're doing all right. I mean, that 14 that we got and the other one that we got, that, I mean, just between those two, we're at probably be able to get 20 bucks out of those two, and then, I mean, I only paid like 13 for the roll of 40, and if I can get even a buck or 50 cents out of the other ones, the more common ones, we'll make money on this. See, here's another good way to make a little extra cash. I mean, you can buy pickup rolls of dateless buffaloes pretty cheap. I've seen them go for $5 for like 100 of them before. So another little way to make some money. I'm not seeing anything really coming through on that. I mean, I wasn't giving it much hope since Liberty is pretty much completely gone. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So we'll just move on. So that's 4 of them so far that I have that I 3 that we've done on the show or on the show here, and one that I did earlier that just nothing, no dates, period. So to me, I mean, I don't know if anybody's would buy them or not. I think they'd be pretty much worthless at that point, if you ask me. But hey, I'm just a YouTube creator. I don't know anything. Hmm. I had a little container. I was putting the ones with no dates in, and I can't find it now. Yeah, we got another 15, huh? Well, we know that that's actually a better date too. You know what? There's $7 in a G4, so too bad we didn't have a mint mark though. And I can really tell there is no mint mark there. But yeah, if we would have had a mint mark, D or S, we could have been getting up there a little bit more. But we'll count up kind of what we got, what I think I can get for the coins here at the end. Since I decided to do all of them, even though it's going to be an hour or so long video. I might actually keep 1 or 2 nickels actually aside to try to date and do a short for YouTube. Especially since like you can literally see it coming to life right there in front of your eyes. So another 1925 again, not not really valuable, but if I throw it together with another one or whatever, I mean, maybe get a buck for two or something. Another good thing with these actually restored date ones here is if you have a young child that's just starting out in the coin collecting and stuff, these are really a nice cheap way to help them uh, fill maybe a book or something. And then once they learn more about the different coins and stuff like that, then they can start replacing them maybe, or you can help them replace them or something with the nicer coins, the ones that haven't been dated or anything. It's a great way to get kids going for really good, easy to get into price. Again, I mean, something like this 1917 right here, I mean, restored date. I mean, G4 again, we're talking $8. So restored, we're talking, probably $3-4, right? Restored date. So, and who knows? Like I say, I'll sell these probably at a buck a piece or something. You know, that's it's a lot cheaper than going and buying, $8 coin, a bunch of $8 nickels. And I love it when kids are getting involved in this hobby. Can be an expensive one though. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that, all of you. It can get really expensive really quick. Go pick up a nice Carson City Morgan dollar or something. You know, those usually start at like $300 and go up from there. Or if you can get like a Nolans. There we go, Nolans. Uh, Minted. That's actually like one of the first strikes or whatever. That's actually in decent shape. Those full of premium. Or the Morgan S mints, like some of them, some of the peace dollars with S mints. There's a few of them out there that I think I see 1920 popping through in there, kind of, but I can't be 100% sure on that. And even if it is 20, that's $2. I see something coming, maybe 21 even. I don't know. Let's try a little bit more. Let's see. It's not like we can make it any worse, right? I mean, we can. Obviously, we can make it so that nothing will ever be seen again. But to be honest, you're not gonna. It's worthless this way, so it would be worthless the other way. It's definitely a 1920s. I see the two. I just can't tell what the next number is. I see the two there. I think it's a 21. I think that's what we got there is a 21, I want to say. Plus, I found my little baggie that had that I was putting the absolute no dates in. I want to say it's a 21, but I'm not 100% positive. Oh yeah, now that I moved it, it is a 21. 21 G5 or G4. We're at $5. Mm, I guess we'll keep it and maybe get a buck for it. Like I said, now this one here, I'm not expecting miracles out of this one. This thing has seen a life. It's got stuff going on. In fact, why don't we do something a little bit different here? I have a cleaning solution here too. I have a cleaning solution here. So yeah, we got this little bit of cleaning solution. It's called Coin Cleaner. It says it's for circulated coins. Let's just drop a little bit right here on the back of the Beefalo. It's, let's see, sodium bisulfate, oxalic acid, and detergents. So it says to put some on there and then just kind of lightly with a Q-tip clean. Well, there you have it. There you have it, folks. I mean, you can't get much better than that, can you, huh? I mean, from what it was. Let's try a little bit more here. Let's throw a little bit more down, huh? Cover the thing up. I mean, you can literally see that starting to work right away, can't you? Let's get in there with our Q-tip and... Am I cleaning a coin? Sure. But again, this coin's not got any real value as it is, so... Guess I should have left it on a little bit longer this time. Let's try it again. I mean, you can like almost see it changing again, like right in front of your eyes, you know? Let's see if we can't get some more of this stuff off of here. Alright, let me pull the coin out. And clean up that surface too. Because it definitely flowed through and we got some on the obverse. I mean, to me it looks 100 times better. I even see a mint mark. I see an S. I'm pretty sure I see an S. Let's see if we can bring that out a little better. Let's get some stuff on there, get some goop on there going. Let's clean it back a little bit here. Pretty sure I see an S right right there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, man, if there is one there, it's gonna be so tough. I think there's one, but I can't be 100% confident. Let's leave the nick of date there for just a little bit longer this time. Oops. Like I said, I can't be 100% confident I see it. I've never encountered. I mean, I suppose this coin could have been buried. Metal detecting kind of find, right? I've never seen a nickel in this rough of shape, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I can't confidently say there is one or not. Alright, well, let's try to see if we can restore the date on it at least. I'm not too worried about the mess of the stuff going everywhere, because this coin is just not gonna be worth anything, really. Not in its shape. What do we got? 1916? Kind of looks like. Yeah, looks like a 16. But I wouldn't sell that one either. Alright, here we go. Next coin on the chopping block. Well, let's find out if we can pull the date. Looks like we're gonna have another 1916, looks like. Yeah, it looks like another 1916. Yeah. Alright, what do we got here? I don't see any traces of a mint mark. There we go. I think this will be the last one that we're gonna do. I mean, we're an hour in. There's a few left, but again, I want to keep some for to do a short real quick. Looks like we got another 16. Yep, another 16. So there you go. Alright, well, that's going to be it for tonight or today. So I hope you enjoyed. Please do that whole like and share and comment, and subscribe, and all those good things that we ask you to do. Every YouTube creator asks you to do every time. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.